again, it's Christina from Sunshine and Flora. So as you saw, I was out harvesting a lot from the garden this morning. Today is Tuesday and it's market day here in town. And so basically I come early in the morning and I harvest everything right away in the morning that I use for the market that day. I usually let them condition and hydrate for about 3 to 4 hours before I start putting the bouquets together. So I won't start doing that till after lunch. And I think I'm going to film a separate video for you guys on that. But this is a harvest video and I just wanted to share what I'm harvesting out of the garden this time of year. I know some of you are going to ask about my new hat. I have it linked down in the description below. I absolutely love it. It has a UPF protection of 50 plus. I've been looking for a nice, bigger, more comfortable hat. It's the Sloggers brand. So anyway, I have that linked below. But let's just start going through the buckets of flowers that I have this week. So this week for the market, I'm going to be doing my $15 regular sized bouquets, but then I also have a couple jars of things for the mini $5 bouquets. Typically I'll put, so like this week, for example, I'll have some status, maybe some yarrow in there. And then I do have a few zinnias. I typically, for the mini bouquets, I use shorter stems that I wouldn't be able to use for my regular market bouquets. I have some huge marigolds this week. Typically, these are mostly zinnias because a lot of times I'll have kind of the shorter stems and they're so pretty. I don't want to just compost them. And so these mini bouquets have been a hit. So right now I have these 2 jars saved aside for the mini bouquets. But of course, as I go through my flowers, like for example, this little Amazon dianthus might be a little short for a full bouquet. So I will probably put that in a mini bouquet as well. I do have some flowers in the fridge that I've been harvesting over the course of the week and weekend, kind of the same varieties of these. I have some feverfew, I have some snapdragons, I have some sunflowers, but this is everything that I harvested today. So this first bucket, I have a couple of mini sunflowers from my sunflowers that I let go to seed. They always branch off when they go to seed, for me anyway, even though they were seed from Pro Cuts. And so I like to cut these little mini sunflowers, and I have a bunch more saved in the fridge, which you will see in my bouquet making video. And then these will go in with my mini bouquets. And then I have just some miscellaneous feverfew. I'm starting to get blooms from my Amazon dianthus. I love these. I already know what colors of this dianthus I am ordering for next year. I already have 3 different colors picked out on my Geo Seeds. I don't think it's this color, but I already have 3 colors picked out for my next year's order. So these are really fun. I have 2 random stems of stock. My stock is pretty much done, but I'm still getting a few stems, so I'll throw those in the bouquet. And then I have a few miscellaneous Madame Butterfly snapdragons. These are from my hoop house, which I didn't get the best harvest from my hoop house because I didn't get my netting up in time. I got some really great Potomacs, but the Madame Butterfly didn't do as well. I have 2 beds of Madame Butterfly snapdragons almost ready to bloom out in the garden, so I know I will have plenty of those. It's getting a little late for snapdragons, but we had such a cold start to the spring, so it's just kind of a weird year for those. Okay, then this bucket is honeywort. This is my first year growing it. So far, I am loving it. It's a really pretty green filler with little purple flowers. And you saw some close-ups of the bees on this in my intro. And some of them, some of the little flowers on the sides are actually going to seed. So I have been pulling the seeds off as I've been harvesting these. One of the things that I have learned about honeywort this season is that, for me anyway, I've noticed some aphids on there. They are mostly on the very lower leaves of the stems. And so I'm able to really clean those off. But I have noticed some on some upper stems. And so what I do is I put a couple drops of dish soap in a bucket of cool water, and I submerge these and I let them soak for a little bit. And the aphids fall off the leaves into the water. And then I do a good rinse off when I'm done. And then I put them in the bucket to hydrate. But that seems to take care of the aphids. I read about it online and that is what was recommended. I also see when harvesting is recommended online to put the stems in boiling water. I've just been putting it under really hot tap water and then putting them in cool water to hydrate. So far, it has been fine, and I've been doing testings of it. I've been letting it sit in the air conditioning here in a bucket, and they've been lasting a week or more. So I'm comfortable now this week after testing it for a couple weeks that I'm going to put them in my mixed bouquets. But I just think it's a beautiful filler. It's kind of a different color from any of the other fillers I have. All right, so of course I have some yarrow. It's all just miscellaneous colors this week. I've been harvesting yarrow for probably a month already. It's just one of my really good ones this year. Then I have my first big harvest of Status, and I absolutely love the texture of Status. It's really good as a filler or an accent flower for mixed bouquets, but it also dries really well. And so I will be drying a lot of this year. It literally dries exactly how it looks, which is awesome. And then I have some more little stems of Feverfew. Oops, looks like one of them didn't get in the water. It's looking a little wilted. We'll see if he bounces back. And then my focal flower this week, besides some of those snapdragons, are going to be Rudbeckia and Echinacea. So I have quite a bit of this pink Echinacea. I also have a cantaloupe Echinacea in the fridge. And then I have just a bunch of Rudbeckia. This, I believe, is the Sahara mix. They are all doubles, which are just beautiful. Then I do have, I think this is the Moroccan Sun. So I have a bunch of stems of that also. And then Goldilocks, which I thought was going to be a double Rudbeckia, but it's all turning out singles for me, which I'm kind of bummed. But it's still really pretty, so I will use it. So anyway, that is what I harvested out of the garden this morning. Today is Tuesday, June 12th, and I am in Zone 5A here in Northwest Iowa. The next video you guys will probably see will be either me using everything to put into market bouquets, or you will see a video where I go through my whole farmer's market setup. I haven't done that this year, and I've had some people asking. So that could be the next video you see anyway. But anyway, I'm going to get to working on these, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.